Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a love tarot reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation. And release the rest to the universe. So let's see what messages are coming through for the collective. What do we need to hear about this person and this situation, please? We have the 10 of Wands. Let's see what else is coming through. We'll put a few more cards and then we'll start talking about this message. What do we need to hear about this person and this connection, please? And we have the 2 of Cups. We'll grab one more card and we'll see what else is coming through for this message, and then we'll start talking about it. What do we need to hear about this person? And we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, guys, with the 10 of Wands leading the way, it is telling us a couple of things here. And this is what I'm hearing first and foremost, is that your person feels guilty. They feel the weight of the world on their shoulders for how they created so much drama and chaos in this relationship. They are feeling their own heartache, they are feeling their own heartbreak, and they are having to take ownership and responsibility for all of the things that they have done wrong, and that is what that 10 of Wands is about first and foremost today. But I feel your person is in this place where they are having to feel and experience all of this because they have chosen to do things the hard way. They've chosen to learn the life lessons the hard way. They've chosen to go through their personal and spiritual growth in the way that they have. And so I feel for your person, it is a very heavy weight of guilt, regret, and remorse that they are carrying at the moment. But since the 10 of Wands does come next to the 2 of Cups, it also tells us something else. It tells us that there is a very powerful connection for you and your person, and they are aware of this. Wands are ruled by the element of fire. And when we consider fire, we have to think of things like spirituality. We have to think of things like passion. And yes, there is a very strong passion and there is a deep spiritual connection between you and your person. And you guys fire on every level. It is mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, and it's definitely passionate as well. But your person with this 2 of Cups showing up, they really wish that they could get back what they lost, and they want to come back in your direction because the 2 of Cups is a card of reunion and reconciliation first and foremost. Especially in regard to this reading and in regard to this channel, actually. But the 2 of Cups is ultimately about the union of hearts and your person wanting this partnership and wanting this relationship with you. They are so attracted to you. You fulfill everything that this person looks for. You dot every I and you cross every T, and everything else in between is what they are saying with this combination of the 2 of Cups and 10 of Wands. You are the one for them. They have always known it, and they felt it in the moment the 2 of you met, and they definitely were aware of it even more as you were spending time together and getting to know each other through conversations, through intimate moments, and just having quality time with each other. Now, this 7 of Cups tells us that your person is envisioning what this life with you looks like. But they are also trying to figure out how they're going to approach you. They're trying to figure out their best course of action. They're trying to figure out their best approach. And they are thinking through all of this as well as having a lot of daydreams about you. A lot of fantasies about you, dreaming at night as well. But with this 7 of Cups, it also tells us that they are aware that they made some bad choices in the past. And they do not like these poor choices or bad decisions that they made from a place of clouded judgment, perhaps. Not that that's an excuse for them, because it certainly isn't. But your person thinking about you all the time is what this 7 of Cups is about. Thinking about what they should have done differently, but also what they can and will do differently moving forward, because your person does want this opportunity to reconcile with you. But at the moment, with this 10 of Wands leading the way, I really feel that your person is entrenched in this sense of guilt, loss, regret, remorse, feeling this heavy sense of missing you and longing for you. That is what is coming through. That is what I'm hearing, rather. But there is so much more to come for this reading. So let's see what else we need to know. What does the collective need to know for this reading today, please? What does the universe want to share? This is the Hanging Man. Well, the Hanging Man tells us your person wants to hold on to you. They don't want to let you go. But as well, they are able to see things now from a much clearer perspective than where they did in the past when the two of you were spending time together. They've had a massive wake-up call. They get it. They see it. They understand it, which is why they are feeling the weight of the world on their shoulders with all of their regret, remorse, guilt, and sorrow and sadness. That is what this Hanging Man is about. The Hangman is ruled by Pisces. So if you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising signs in Pisces, this can be a place of validation for you, but you don't have to be a Pisces for this reading to work for you or resonate with you. This is a collective reading, and it's for everyone. We just ask that you take from this reading what speaks to your soul, what resonates for you, and release the rest to the universe. It's also more important that we consider how this card relates to the rest of the reading and how the message from the universe is coming down to be delivered to you guys watching the reading today. The Hangman tells us your person does not want to let you go. They do not want to move on from this connection. They want to hold on to you and to this love because they have had this massive wake-up call, and they see and they understand things now so much better with much greater clarity than they did before. They've had a epic wake-up call and they see the forest through the trees. It also tells us that your person is going to be willing to make so many sacrifices that they were not willing to make with you in the past. And that could mean they have to remove people from their lives. It could mean they have to change some of their habits and behaviors. It could mean that they need to change jobs. It could mean that they may need to move closer to you. Whatever these sacrifices are that your person needs to make, with this Hangman showing up, they're going to make them because your person doesn't want to be without you is the bottom line. That's what I'm hearing coming through really loud and clear because they are heartbroken without you. And they know that this is something that they brought upon themselves, and they wish they hadn't done it, but hindsight's always 20/20, and we can't go back and fix it or change it. You can't change the past. All you can do is change the present and change the future moving forward. And this is going to be part of your person's plan because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to let go of you because it comes back to that song, Stuck on You. That's what the Hanging Man is all about, wanting to hang on to you and to this relationship. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is the Sun. Well, the Sun is all about positive energy, things changing for the better here in this connection for you and your person. The sun always comes out and shines again after periods of difficulties, after our problems, after our trials and tribulations, after the storms, after the hurricane, after the rain. The sun comes out and brings its healing rays of warmth and sunshine to dry up the land and heal. And it's not just about drying up the land and healing the land and making the flowers and the trees and everything else grow. It is about healing this relationship as well, because your person has been doing the work. They've been going through a major metamorphosis, especially with this sun being here, because they want to restore this balance, this harmony, peace, and tranquility, this joy, happiness and abundance to this relationship with the sun showing up. The sun is one of the most powerful cards in the deck for positivity, and it asks you to remain hopeful and optimistic that your person is going to be able to work through their issues to come back in your direction, because they are not going to let you go, because they want to hang on to you and they want to have this opportunity to reconcile, to start over again. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to know? What do we need to hear, please? The Three of Swords. Well, the Three of Swords, as you can see by this tear here, is a card of sorrow. It is a card of sadness. It is also a card of heartbreak. And I do feel, as I've already mentioned, that your person is feeling a lot of heartbreak, sorrow, and sadness at the moment, but feeling their guilt, feeling their regret, and their remorse that comes with that Ten of Wands. And guys, this is something that they brought upon themselves. I don't feel that it's necessary to feel sorry for them. I don't feel that it's necessary to feel bad for them, because this is part of their growth. This is part of their journey at the moment. And at the moment, this is a solo journey for each of you, or a solo part of your journey before you come back together to this place of union. But the Three of Swords is about sadness. It is about separation. It is about loss. It is about heartbreak, and your person having a broken heart at the moment is what this is saying. But what do we learn through pain and suffering? That is where we learn our life lessons. And although they are harsh teachers, they are, in fact, very powerful teachers. Just like when we were kids, don't touch the stove, don't touch that knife, don't stick your fingers in the socket. And boom, we did it. And what happens? Yes, cut, burn, electrocute. Right? But that is how we learn. It's how we grow. Unfortunately, for most of us, and that is the large majority of us, we don't learn our life lessons or have our personal or spiritual growth when everything is happy-go-lucky in our lives. We don't learn from that place of being in zippity-doo-dah land. Unfortunately, we have to learn through harsh experiences, through sorrow, sadness, and difficult experiences. Those are the things that test our souls. Those are the things that give us the life lessons and experiences that cause the renewal, that cause the rebirth, and cause the growth. Because you guys went through it yourselves. When your person left, when they abandoned this connection, when they denied their love, when they created this rift or this split between the two of you, that was your moment as well. And you guys watching the reading, my heart goes out to all of you, because I hate that you have all had to go through all of this. However, this is something that you decided before you were born was going to be the best way for you to gain the life lessons and personal growth and spiritual awareness that you needed for this lifetime, because those are the very things that provide the most growth, the painful ones, the difficult ones, the hard ones. And you have grown and evolved during this time that you've been away from your person. You know you have. And that's what they're doing as well. But this heartbreak, this heartache that they are feeling right now is giving them, or providing for them, the powerful experiences that are supporting their spiritual and personal transformation right now. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. The Hermit. Well, the Hermit is someone who is in a place of self-imposed isolation. This is the person who has their back to you. And this is, again, for most of you watching this reading, your current dynamic with your person. But in this place of the cave where the Hermit takes their little staff and goes and kind of like figures themselves out, your person is having the awakening that they need. The Hermit is about looking within. It is about doing a lot of work on the inner planes. It is about doing a lot of deep soul searching and really being able to dig deep into the psyche, into the subconscious, into the place where all those cobwebs are, into the deep dark underbelly of the subconscious mind, where all these things are buried that we have allowed to prevent us from living our best lives. Our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, our old emotional wounds, our baggage, our past relationship problems that we never truly resolved, past hurts, a wounded inner child, stuff that we've been dragging around for a very long time, but also our pride, our ego, our selfishness, our stubbornness, all of the things that have prevented us from living our best life and being authentic with ourselves, with our person, and with the powers that be, with the divine. All of these things are highlighted when the Hermit shows up. Your person is figuring all of this out right now, and this is truly where they need to be, in this place where they are figuring themselves out. But they want to come out of this hermit cave, and they want to come back in your direction. It is very lonely in there, and they are seeing and understanding that they brought all of this heartbreak, this grief, this sorrow, this sadness upon themselves through their words, actions, and behaviors that hurt you. Damaging you, damaged them. And they are feeling very ashamed of themselves for doing this, but yet they need to feel that as well. The Hermit is ruled by Virgo, but let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Well, this is the Five of Swords, talking about pride and ego. drama, conflict, chaos, confusion. Your person being able to identify those things, definitely seeing where they brought all of those things into your relationship, those low vibration behaviors and actions, words that they shouldn't have said to you that just popped out of their mouth, and yet they said them anyway, wishing they could retract those words in the moment, but they didn't. But did they apologize for that? Possibly for some of you they did, but probably for most of you they didn't, because that is their pride and their ego getting in the way of accountability and responsibility. All of these things that have caused your person to have these problems and issues in the past, they are addressing now, and they're getting rid of them. Pride, ego, drama, conflict, trauma, all of the things that they would bring into this relationship because they were trying to sabotage it, because they didn't feel worthy of you or this relationship. They didn't feel lovable. They perhaps were fearful that you were going to abandon them, or that you would see something in them that you didn't like and that you were going to break up with them or run from them or ghost them. So what do? They put on a mask and they pretend that they are this big, huge, ego-driven person with a lot of pride and selfishness, because those things don't belong here in this connection with you. Well, these things are going to be released. And at the moment, I do feel your person is, well, they are not liking themselves very much. They're mad at themselves because of the inner turmoil and inner conflict that they have been feeling for bringing all of this into this relationship with you. But they have to work through that as well, which they will. That's what the Hermit is for. But let's see what else we need to know for this message. What does the collective need to hear? This is the Four of Coins. Well, this is about your person wanting to hold on to you like that guy is trying to hold on to that money. Four of Coins, well, I call it the Ebenezer Scrooge card because it is about someone in a general reading who wants to hoard their money and hold on to their money, kind of like Uncle Scrooge. But also it is about your person wanting to hold on to you and hold on to this relationship, especially because it came beneath the Hanging Man. But I do like the Four of Pentacles in the positive aspect of it because it is about stability. It is about four walls. It is about four cornerstones, and it can be about a foundation for a home. If you and your person have talked about buying a home together, moving in together, building a home together, with this Four of Coins showing up. But again, very much like that Five of Swords, it is about stubbornness. It is about not so much pride, but just being stubborn and wanting to hold on to everything and holding on to the way that they were. Not wanting to change, grow, transform, and evolve. And that can be why they ran from this connection as well, because they didn't want to grow up when it was time to grow up. They wanted to hold on to their old childish and immature ways and behaviors. But all of this is changing because the powers that be have said it is time to change. And when it is time to change, we have to change. We can delay it. We can make it take longer than what it should. We can take detours on that transformation journey, but ultimately we are going to have that transformation one way or another because it is what we agreed to for this lifetime. We agreed to have these challenges. We agreed to overcome these obstacles and these experiences because ultimately that's why we're here. I mean, we're here to have a good time and have great relationships and great sex and great dates and everything else. But ultimately, why are we here? We are here for the evolution of our souls. We are here for the perfection of our souls. And the way that happens is through these challenging relationships. And that gives us the most growth. And it is hard. And kudos and hats off to you guys and big hugs all around for all of you because you have signed up for some very difficult challenges for this lifetime. But you did it for a reason. To learn unconditional love, to learn patience, which are two of the most difficult life lessons to have, but you guys are doing it. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What messages are coming through? What do we need to know? Well, this is the Four of Cups. Okay, guys, we have another four. Well, I do feel that this tells us there's going to be so much more stability in this relationship as your person comes back around because Fours are about stability and structure, but also about power. But the Four of Cups also tells us your person knows that they did not make you a priority, and they wish they had made you more of a priority in the past. And that is part of their plan as they come back to show you that they care about you, to show you that they love you through words, actions, through gestures, through behaviors, through gifts as well. Your person as well, with this Four of Cups, saying that they're bored without you in their life. They don't like their life so much. It's not as much fun without you. You inspire them. You guys have a lot of laughter. You have a lot of great conversations. You have a lot of passion, yes, as well. You have great romance when things are flowing and glowing between the two of you. But at the moment, they are feeling this heavy sense of heartbreak, heartache, guilt, regret, remorse, longing for you, missing you. But the next card that's coming from the bottom is all about wanting to spend time together. The Three of Cups is a card that tells us your person wants to see you, spend time with you, hang out with you. It is about the two of you going somewhere for a date, perhaps somewhere social, perhaps somewhere private, perhaps it's about going for a walk, perhaps it's about having a beverage, perhaps it's about going for a drive, perhaps it's about doing whatever it is. It doesn't really matter actually, because ultimately it is about talking. It is about putting everything out on the table and the two of you being able to have these real and authentic conversations with each other, because your person is going to be real and authentic when they come back. The mask is coming off. And your person knows it is time for realness. They know that it's time to be raw. They know that it's time to pull out all the stops and do what is necessary to show you how they have changed, because they don't like their life without you and they want to get back to you and to this connection. Now, also coming from the bottom, we do have the Tower. Do not fear the Tower, guys. The Tower is all about major wake-up call. And that major wake-up call can definitely be your person's heartache and heartbreak. What bigger wake-up call than having to suffer heartache and heartbreak? Absolutely. But the Tower is about major change happening as well in this connection. The Tower is about things are going to start suddenly shifting and turning, because your person wants to make their way back towards you, because that is what the next card is about with Judgment. And I did have to cover Judgment really quickly with a sticky because there's some images on this card. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. The reason you see a pink, not pink, but they used to be pink, now they're this aqua blue post-it on this card is because there's an image on this card that YouTube doesn't like. And rather than get in trouble, we'll just grab a post-it note and stick it on there. So if you've seen some readings in the past and I haven't explained why those post-its are there, that is why. But Judgment, well, your person judging themselves, that's for sure. That is also part of that 10 of Wands and that 3 of Swords. Your person not being happy with how they treated you, really feeling this sense of being ashamed, really feeling this sense of humiliation and embarrassment, disgust with themselves because they should have treated you better. And this person knows this. But Judgment as well is all about renewal. It is about restoration of this connection. It is about rejuvenation of this relationship. It is about your person wanting to start over. But this time your person has gone through this rebirth and they are going to be a very different person, where pride and ego are no longer part of this connection, where selfishness is no longer part of this connection either. Just your person being real and authentic and truthful and trustworthy with you by being able to open their heart and let down their guard and let you in, because that is part of that 2 of Cups, but it's also part of this King of Cups that comes next on these cards from the bottom. King of Cups. King of Cups is all about love. The king of love, the king of emotions, the king of feelings actually is what this King of Cups is all about. Your person being able to show you and tell you how they feel all the time, being expressive, being emotionally vulnerable, being emotionally as well as physically intimate. The King of Cups is all about showing up and telling you how they feel. Your person has gained a lot of wisdom during the time you have been away from each other. That is part of this King of Cups as well. But also someone who is going to be so much more loving and caring and giving to you. Someone who's going to be so much more generous with their affection, with their time, with their energy, but most importantly, with their love. Because with that Four of Cups being there, your person does not want to be without you again, and they don't want to have any more missed opportunities to be with you. It is about them definitely making you in this relationship a priority. The King of Cups is a water sign, so that is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Let's see what we need to hear. What is coming through? So much more positive energy coming from your person. I do feel they've had an epic wake-up call. And because they've had this massive breakthrough, I feel that that is about them creating now a turnaround in this situation to come back to you and start telling you and showing you how they feel about you. Chaos and conflict. Well, this card comes with number 33. If anyone resonates with 33, although that could be March 3rd, it could also be the number 6, because 3 plus 3 equals 6, which is about balance actually being restored to this relationship. Well, I feel that for a lot of you out there, your person is feeling a lot of chaos and internal conflict and internal turmoil. And we talked about that with that 5 of Swords. This is not about them bringing chaos and conflict back into your relationship, but what they are feeling right now, because this reading is about what's going on with them. And they are feeling chaotic. They are feeling a lot of internal turmoil and chaos, because they're feeling this 10 of Wands energy, which is about all of the guilt and the regret and the remorse that they have been carrying with them for some time now, for creating so much damage in this relationship, for breaking your heart, for breaking their heart, for letting themselves down, for letting the universe down, for letting the divine down as well. And they are having to deal with all of the heavy weight of that at the moment. But I feel that this is also telling us that the winds of change are coming to blow this chaos and conflict away, because your person is actually, well, you know what I'm hearing coming in from your person is that they're tired of dealing with the chaos and the conflict. They are tired of the internal struggle and the internal turmoil that they've been feeling. They want to come back and be embraced by the light of this love and of this connection, and they want to get it going again. They want to come at you with a rush of energy, which makes sense as well, because that would be the combination of the 10 of Wands and the Tower. Whoosh, a sudden rush of energy coming at you from your person to create the transformation in this relationship, because they are transforming and changing. They have been doing a lot of work on the inner planes, and that is what that Hermit card is about. Doing a lot of work within, in that place of self-imposed isolation, up on the mountaintop there, in their little hidey hole, that I like to say goes with the Hermit. But it's time to come out into the sun again. It is time to come out of the cave, of the darkness of the cave, and be embraced by the light of this connection and of this relationship, and actually get this partnership for the two of you moving and grooving, because ultimately the King of Wands energy desires a long-term partnership with you. Serendipity. This card comes with number 18. If anyone resonates with number 18, although that could be 1 or 8. 1 plus 8 equals 9, which is the end of a cycle. And we have a 4-leaf clover here, guys. A symbol for good luck, telling us that things are going to change for the better. But what is serendipity? Well, serendipity is the synchronicities. Serendipity is the signs that your person is seeing. They are seeing things wherever they go that remind them of you. The divine is at work in this connection. The divine has always been at work in this connection. They move things around on this great chessboard of our lives to allow the two of you to meet when you met. And perhaps you weren't planning on being where you were when you crossed paths with your person. However it happened for you and your person to meet, whatever strings the universe, the divine had to pull to encourage this meeting to happen for the two of you, this is what they did. Because it was time for the two of you to meet when you met. Was it time for this relationship for the two of you when you met, when you were first aware of one another's existence? Probably not. Because your person had to grow up, they had to change, they had to transform. They had to be someone who was going to be able to speak their emotions and their feelings and tell you how they felt. Someone who was going to back up all of their words with their actions. Someone who was going to be emotionally intimate and emotionally vulnerable with you. Because don't you want that kind of connection with your person? Don't you want them to open up to you and tell you what's going on with them? Don't you want them to let down their guard and let you in so you know everything that's going on with them? That builds a happy and healthy relationship. That is what builds this rock solid foundation for the two of you that I've spoken about with the 4s that are on the table today. But your person is seeing signs and synchronicities that remind them of you, and you guys watching the reading probably are as well. What signs and synchronicities are you seeing? Are you seeing number sequences? Are you seeing hearing songs that remind you of your person? Are you seeing your favorite songs that you like together as a couple, or songs from playlists that you shared with each other? Are you seeing their car? Are you seeing their initials? Are you seeing numbers that remind you of them? Because your person is seeing these things. They're seeing people that remind them of you, someone who stands like you, someone who walks like you, someone who has hair like you, someone who sounds like you as well. Your person is being bombarded by these signs at the moment because the powers that be, the divine, that higher power, is working towards getting this connection for the two of you again, moving and grooving. The sword, this card comes with number 50. Guys, it takes me a minute. 50, 62. I think that's 62. 50, 62. LXII in Roman numerals. 62. 6 plus 2, that could be June 2nd. It could be February 6th, which we have passed already. But it could also be something that relates to February 6th, like someone's birthday or date that you met or something along those lines. I call it these numbers so you guys can validate your personal lives and experiences against what we're getting in the reading. The sword. The sword is all about truth. It is all about honesty and integrity. It is also about communication and your person reaching out to open these lines of communication with you. But as well, it is about truth and your person wanting to show back up in your life and start speaking the truth, wanting to speak the reality, wanting to give you the clarity about everything because they know that they owe you so much. They know that they owe you a very big apology. They know that they owe you a very big explanation. They also know that it's time to make a decision because the sword is about making a decision to take action, to do something, to open the lines of communication. And this at the moment is what your person is working through. How are they going to talk? What are they going to say? How are they going to present themselves? And on and on. I feel that list goes for your person because they want to come back and they want to talk and they want to spend time with you. They want to invite you to meet with them. They want to go on a date. They want to spend some great quality time together. They also want, more than anything, I feel, to ask you to forgive them. Because if you forgive them, they're not going to be carrying this heavy burden of this weight of this guilt, regret, and remorse, right? Because I feel it's a very heavy burden, and that's how it hit me when we first started this reading today. And I feel that that is bearing down on them. And it's something that's hard for them as well. But yet, again, that at the moment is the powerful teacher that they need right now to continue tying off their loose ends of this transformation so that they can come back to you. I was always afraid you would leave me if you got too close. Well, yes, we talked about that earlier. I do feel that your person, that is why they sabotaged this relationship. That is why they put this disconnect between the two of you. That is why they allowed things to take the path that they did, because they were afraid that if they allowed themselves to get too close to you, that you could leave them. But we all know that you are not going to leave them, and I really believe that deep down inside your person knows that as well. But yet they were still fearful of it when the two of you were spending time together. There will be a big difference in your person as they make their way back towards you. They're going to allow closeness. They're going to desire closeness. They're going to want closeness with you like they have never had. with anyone in their life. Let's see what else. I needed to fight my demons. Well, yes, they did. They needed to fight their fears, their insecurities, and their old emotional wounds that have held them back from this relationship. And that is what that Hermit card is all about as well. Looking deep within to get rid of these things that have held them back. Now, we are not saying that your person actually has demons here with this card. It is really more about their fears, their insecurities, their illusions. If you only knew how heartbroken I am. Well, maybe you guys can feel how heartbroken your person is because you do share that very strong telepathy and empathy with each other. You can perhaps feel your person's heartbreak, and that on top of your own can be very overwhelming. If you are feeling heartbreak, sorrow, and sadness coming from your person, it is okay for you guys to send it back to them or return to sender or ask the universe to lessen it, because when you are dealing with your own sorrow and sadness, which most of you are watching the reading, and that is understandable. It is okay for you to send theirs back to them, but they are at the moment dealing with a lot of that of their own. And that is the thing, though, that is going to drive them back towards you and drive them back into your arms and to this relationship. When I met you, I wasn't planning to settle down. I don't feel we ever truly plan to settle down, do we? Isn't that something that we decide after we get to know someone? We don't wake up one morning and go, okay, today's the day I'm going to decide to settle down, so I am going to go out into the world and find someone to settle down with. That's not really how life works, is it? No. We meet someone and then we go, okay, you know what? This is it. You are the one, and I see this life and I see this future with you. And that is what is happening here in this connection, because this King of Cups is all about your person wanting and desiring this future and this partnership with you, as well as that Two of Cups. That is about partnership. That is about long-term as well. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Pause. Inaction, calmness, step back, wait for the sign. Okay, guys, I actually feel that this pause is where we are now. And I feel that your person is waiting for their sign. They're waiting for some green light that they have. That is some inner mechanism that is within them. And that is their intuition telling them that, yes, now is the time. It's time to follow through. It's time to act. It's time to do something to start rebuilding this relationship. And that is going to be when your person starts coming towards you. But I feel that this is an urgency that is here within your person, knowing that it's time, that they need to do something. Loss of self and identity, discover your true self again. Well, I feel that your person does feel lost without you, lost without your love. That is a song, and I don't remember who sang it. Although I should, because I think I've mentioned that song before. But see, my brain forgets when I get into psychic brain, or my logical brain forgets when I get into psychic brain. Your person feeling the loss of what it's like to not have you in their life, feeling this heartbreak, feeling this chaos and conflict, feeling this guilt, remorse, and regret. Yes, they are. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. Transformation, breakthrough, reinvention. You're ready for the next level. And you know what? This is what they've been working on during the time that they have been silent, during this time that they've been ghosting, during this time there's been no communication. This is what your person has been working on. These breakthroughs and these reinventions that have been happening for your person, because that is what this time is supposed to be used for, so that they can get to the next level with you. Having these breakthroughs, and that's been here several times in the reading as well. It's with Judgment, it's with the Hangman. I think the Hangman is here, and there's some other cards. Well, it's also with this Sword as well. But definitely your person having breakthroughs and being able to see and realize where they need to, or where they have needed to make adjustments, where they have needed to focus their attention by getting rid of things that are no longer part of their life, things that have held them back, that have weighed them down, like the heavy weight of that Ten of Wands energy. That's a heavy weight. And it's not only your person's guilt, regret, and remorse, but all of the stuff that they've been carrying with them. It is the weight of all of that emotional baggage and their fears and their insecurities and everything else that they have carried with them for so many years now. Sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. Well, I feel your person does have some sorrow, and we have talked about that, and you guys as well are probably feeling some loss, grief, and depression as well. It is really important that you guys take care of you, however you need to do that. Positive self-care and self-love is so important when you are going through these difficult periods of separation in this kind of connection. If you're someone who likes to be around people, be around friends, be around family, be with people who lift you up and inspire you. If you're someone who does better by retreating away, make sure that you are doing something in that place where you are retreated away that is helping lift you up, that is helping you deal with your loss, with your grief, and your depression, because your person is in this space as well right now. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? Healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. Well, healing is what both of you have been doing during this transformation time where you are away from each other. Healing is what is happening. Healing is where you are releasing these things from the past that no longer serve you by getting rid of them, by addressing them one by one, by doing that work on the inner planes that comes with that Hermit card and isolating those things and getting rid of them. And this is what your person is doing as well. They're releasing things that have been holding them back. They are transforming and changing because they want to return to you a whole, healthy, and healed person who no longer has emotional baggage, fears, or insecurities, who no longer holds on to emotional immaturity or childish behaviors or ways. This is about your person wanting to show up for you in a way that is so very different than the person they were in the past. Your person has been dealing with a lot of heartbreak and sorrow and sadness, just as you have during the time you've been apart. They are feeling this heavy sense of loss without you in their life. But they know that there's only one solution, and that is to find the courage and the confidence to get up and make something happen and come back in your direction, because your person does not want to let you go. They want to hold on, and they want to hold on to this relationship. But more importantly, they want this opportunity to start fresh and start over with you, because they have been doing the work to make themselves ready, willing, and able to explore this love destiny that is here between the two of you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.